morning everybody, welcome to another video. It's a beautiful morning here in the Cairngorms. It's actually a bit cold currently, hence wearing the hat. It's only about 4 or 5 degrees, but it's due to get really warm, so it's due to get up to 20 degrees today. So we thought we'd get out early and enjoy it, and also miss the heat of the day because I'm not very good at walking when it's really hot. I'm definitely a more colder weather type of girl. But I didn't really want to get up this morning. My alarm went off at about 5, it's the usual time, but yeah, I was completely dead to the world. I've been waking up really early, even before my alarm, the last few mornings because it's so bright, and we don't have blinds in the tiny home in the loft currently, and we don't think we will bother because actually just got blackout masks, but they tend to slip off in the night. So in the morning I've been waking up about 4:30, which has been quite nice. But yeah, this morning I was just like dead to the world when my alarm went off, but I knew that it was going to be a beautiful day, so I thought I'd come out. And today I've come to Loch Eileen, and I thought I would just come down and have a little look at the ruin. That's in the middle of the loch because I can't resist that, particularly on a beautiful morning. But we're actually going to be heading further into Rothiemurchus Forest, off the beaten track a bit more, because I think this is a very, very popular walk and it's going to be very busy. There was loads of cars. I did not expect that, but I realised everyone was camping out and in their vans. Which is fine, but yeah, we're definitely going to head off into the wilderness a little bit more and explore that way. So I will take you with me and have a lovely day. Much warmer now. It's only 7:30 or something, but it's already pretty warm. Sky and I are not used to this. I've made her have a drink like at every river and creek we've passed, and I've also got her little bowl with me to make sure she has plenty of water because she's quite a thick coat. She doesn't seem to mind the heat, she actually quite likes it, particularly if she can go in the water and do a bit of paddling. She's not much of a swimmer. We've got my partner's mum has a lab puppy and he's already such a swimmer, but Sky's not really into it. But yes, we've just headed off. We're heading towards Lara Gru. We won't go all the way, but it's a bit quieter up here. Most people, particularly visitors to the Cairngorms, will just do the loop around Loch Eileen, so we thought we'd come here today, and I've only actually walked up here once, so it would be quite nice because the views are just beautiful up there. But I always find it bonkers. I was just looking and there's still snow on little bits on the tops of the mountains, and that's actually quite common. There are areas of the Cairngorms where snow is lying all year round, although with climate change that's becoming less frequent. So in recent years there's been some areas that for such a long time, years and years and years, have always had snow and it's completely melted, which is a bit worrying, a bit of a shame, and it does show climate change is reaching these higher areas now. But anyway, I'm gonna have another drink and put some moss on the cream on. We're gonna get going. I've got asked quite a lot why it's just me in my videos on my YouTube channel, especially when I'm out and about walking. And that's basically because that reflects my reality. You know, I do spend quite a lot of time alone, even though I have a partner and I obviously spend a fair amount of time with him. We cohabit in a tiny home. Even within that, I have to, you know, make sure I'm putting aside time to just be by myself, especially when I'm out in nature. I find it's my ultimate self-care, and it just lets me, you know, think things through, or just not think at all, and just, you know, connect with the nature around me. And I've always been a bit like that. So I grew up with 3 brothers, so it was quite a busy household, but also quite quiet in some ways. You know, I think we're all fairly quiet people, you know, and I spent a huge amount of my childhood, you know, even when I was a teenager, in my room and reading a book. That was my go-to sort of thing to do, especially when I was getting all hormonal. I used to just take myself away and escape into a book and feel better. But yeah, I do understand why people ask, and I think particularly, you know, when I'm out hiking, I have Sky, I don't know if you can see her, so I'm not actually alone. I think some people, women especially, can be quite intimidated by the thought of going out in the wilderness by themselves, but I've done it enough now that it is my second home. So it doesn't feel scary to me, but I do appreciate that some women in particular might find it scary. So I'd be happy to maybe share my experience of why I'm so confident and how I'm able to keep myself safe and just enjoy being out and about. And I actually mentioned it a little bit in my ebook I wrote, A Guide to Nature Rambling, so I'll link that down below in case you're interested. But yeah, I've also written a blog recently on why I spend so much time alone, so I'll link that as well, because that goes into a bit more detail of my background. And yeah, and at the end of the day, I'm not really alone, am I? I have the dog and all the wildlife around me, but for me, it's absolutely essential for my mental health that I spend a good amount of time alone, but also, you know, making sure I spend enough time with my loved ones, because that's also really, really important to me. But yeah, we found a bit of shade in this little glade here. I'm going to carry on hiking up into the glen a bit further, and then you can do a bit of a circular loop. So we'll cut back down to the river, might do a bit of paddling. I'm going to get Sky to do a bit of paddling because he's hot, although she's cooled down now, so that's good. First things first, cup of tea, and then we'll carry on. But yeah, thank you for watching this video if I don't speak to you again, and please do like it if you do like it, and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it, and I'm really excited about the growing community now on this YouTube channel. But thank you again, and I'll speak to you guys soon.